welcome back to Beer Betties. I'm Whitney.
And I'm Senya.
And we are actually here with Chris from Harpoon, and you may have seen that we are taking a tour of Harpoon while we were in Boston, and now we're here to taste some excellent beers. And Chris, why don't you tell us about our selections we have today?
Well, thank you guys for having me here first off. And we're going to have some good fun here. Wish you guys can join us here. We're going to do two beers here. The first one we're going to be trying is our UFO White, not to be mistaken by unidentified flying object. It's actually unfiltered offering, which means the yeast is still in suspension, so it's going to give that good little cloudy appearance to it. The white is just like a Belgian white. So it's going to give you that orange peel, blend of spices, very clean, very crisp. American style too, so it's going to be a lot lighter body. It's not going to be like a European style. It's going to be more of a heavier body or a banana flavor. That's actually our #1 beer in Texas, and we just brewed that April. So it's been about almost a year and a half now it's been out here.
Wow.
It is climbing up fast here. Then our flagship beer is our Harpoon IPA. This started off in 1993 as our seasonal product. And in that summer of '93, that beer just picked off, and now it's 60% of our company, third largest IPA in the nation, and we're only in 26 states as of recently too.
That's
so
incredible.
it makes it weird because I mean you would never think our white would be our #1 seller because I mean like I was saying the IPA is 60% of our company, yet in Texas the white's #1. But IPA is a very sessionable IPA. You're gonna get that good little floral citrus flavor to it.
It's a very well balanced IPA.
Very well balanced. It's one of those IPAs you can knock down 2, 3 and still be able to taste what's on your palate. You're still gonna get that aggressive kick at the end.
Yeah.
But it's one of those things you can tell if you're eating a pizza or you're eating a steak. Some of the big IPAs, which I love too, are just so large that it's just hard to try
Well,
out.
and it was something that Senya and I noticed while we were in Boston was that just like in Texas, you see Shiner everywhere. Every single bar had the Harpoon IPA.
Exactly.
It was great. I think I got it at every bar.
As a matter of fact, we ended up meeting some Navy guys our first night there, and we introduced them to Harpoon because they had never had it. And they loved it, of course. So they were stationed in Connecticut, I think. So they were like, "Oh, we're gonna have to find it from here on out." And then my cousin, who was so graciously had us. Thank you, DJ. We introduced him. we introduced him to the Harpoon IPA, so now that's I think his new favorite beer.
Yeah.
So
It's a very likable beer. There's really no one that doesn't like it. I love that. So.
Oh no, it's delicious. Like I said, it's a very sessionable IPA.
Yeah.
I mean, you still get that kick. So
Let's try it.
let's go crazy now.
Okay. And I have a beer opener. Ready?
That's it.
Here we go.
Whoa!
Bam!
There it is.
Yes.
There it is.
My Harpoon beer opener belt. That's why you need to go to the brewery, guys.
We're not messing around on this side here.
let's do the IPA first.
The IPA first. Yeah. Look at that. Wow. That's amazing.
Works to perfection too.
Oh my gosh, I'm gonna take my pants off, try to take a There we go. We're good. All right, would you like to do the honors thing?
Sure.
Now, people at home, you can either do the belt thing or use your own little can opener, bottle opener, I should say.
But the belt is so much cooler.
It is cooler.
There you are.
Oh, this is gonna take me back to Boston.
The memories of Boston right there,
The drunken memories of Boston.
Drunken good memories at home, right?
I don't
Very
know if I
good
remember
memories.
a whole lot except
Very
for the
good
pictures.
memories. All right, well.
Well, cheers.
Cheers.
Not doing that. It's a great little floral aroma that I was telling you about. You get that aggressive kick, but not overly aggressive.
Yeah.
I mean, it's a good, clean IPA.
Well, I just think one of the crimes of IPAs is that sometimes a lot of times I see it with stouts too, where people seem to just do it in a sloppy way. Like they just threw in a lot of something,
make it a little
and
too
they try
aggressive.
to make it like that's the selling point. It's kind of like I said with Starbucks coffee. It's like they try to make the selling point over something that makes it not really taste that good.
No.
But here it's balanced, and you can tell someone went to a lot of work to make sure that the taste went well together, that it flowed, and I love that about this beer. So it's a good beer.
This is a really good beer.
And that's with all of our beers. I mean, we do large style beers as well too, but when it comes down to it, it's balance.
Yeah.
I mean, balance is. I mean, like I said before, I like like those big beers, those big aggressive ones, but it's hard to knock down a 22-ounce bottle of it, or even a 4-pack. I mean, with these ones, I mean, you could polish some down here, and
you could definitely do a 6-pack of these.
Exactly,
easily,
and then go on and have some fun that day, you know.
Which we did.
So, as we finish this, can you tell us a little bit about Harpoon's history? Because we only got a very small amount. I think we were too busy messing with our cameras to actually really hear what they were saying.
You were so focused on drinking and enjoying the brewery stuff with all the construction we're doing right now to expand. But well, Harpoon originated in 1986. It's founded as a privately owned company. 2 owners. They were friends in college and then graduate school, and decided one summer to go to Europe and check out the scene out there.
They went to Harvard, didn't they?
They went to Harvard. Yep,
Lucky.
Harvard boys, they're right there. So you got some brains on our side there.
Harvard boys make good beer. Go figure.
Exactly. So while they're out there in Europe, they found 2 great things that they didn't see at the time in Boston. One was the brew pubs. How each brew pub had a very different, unique, almost like a niche type of style of beer. And the second part was how these brew pubs gave back to the community, which was a huge thing. So when they came back to Boston, this was still early in the craft industry or the craft world. They decided to bring the same 2 things to Boston. And 25 years later, here we are still doing the same thing. We moved up to the 9th largest in the country right now.
That's incredible.
And again, awesome. Only in 26 states. Texas has been here for about 2.5 years now.
Yeah.
So
we're glad you're here.
Well, thank you guys for doing that with that. So again, we're just doing something we love to do. It's just brewing good beer and enjoying ourselves. And like I said, giving back to the community. I mean, that is a huge thing for us. We do a lot of charity events in Texas. As a company last year, I think we donated just about $250,000 to a variety of charities. So.
Well, and we even love the story about what you guys do with your leftover mash, about how you give it to the cows. And they said they're the happiest cows in the world because they have beer mash.
They love it. They love it. You can tell when we deliver the cow's eyes open up and everything. No, I'm just kidding.
That's awesome.
And next we'll do the unfiltered wheat.
All right.
And I'll open it with my ring.
Still pretty cool.
We've got all the cool little appliances here. Jewelry openers. You know your beer drinker when you wear it, your opener has.
Winnie, you do the honors this time since I opened.
It's like, you know you're a beer drinker when you have a beer opener as some kind of like fashion accessory.
These 2 girls are pros here. I have no fashion stuff here, so.
We do like our beer. We wouldn't be doing this if we didn't.
Gotta have that passion.
We do love our beer. That's really true. A little too much sometimes, but hey, you know, what can you do?
You gotta go have fun. And like I was saying with this one, it's a Belgian wood style. So you're gonna get that. I mean, it's hard. I hope you can tell from that. I mean, like I said, the UFO.
Love unfiltered.
Can you see how cloudy it is?
It's so good. You get that more of a fresh taste to it. Like I said, the cloudy appearance because the yeast is still in suspension.
Yeah.
With this, it's going to be a clean, crisp. You're going to get that coriander, blend of spices. It'll sound very smooth. I mean, it is.
I love that kind of subtle smell it has.
Yeah, I was going to say, it has a real nice, clean smell.
Like I was saying, I mean, as of 2011, this is our #1 beer in Texas right now.
That is a great finish. It's like that burst of grapefruit right at the end. It's like, ooh.
Well, and just a little bit of the breadiness too from the yeast still being in there. I love that. It's so good. It's my favorite. Like, what is it? Southern Star. We tasted there. They have an unfiltered blonde, and it's almost the same thing. I love this one more though because it has a little bit more flavor. Sorry, Southern Star. But
she said the good thing right now. Next to
But yeah, this is just. I love that floral and the yeast and it's awesome. Very good spring beer, and it goes very well with very subtle meals. Like I can imagine myself. You know, eating this with something like a fish or something like that, because it won't overpower
chicken too. Salad, different salads you can go with, and that's the best thing about doing craft beers too, is because the IPA obviously is going to go well with spicy food, some seafood. It brings out the flavor. Oh my God, Thai food for sure with that.
Whereas this one would go really well with one of those blue cheese salads that has that raspberry vinaigrette
and the pears and the apples. And definitely.
So it'd be perfect.
Or like if I ate like a big block of cheese and had this along with it, you know,
these 2 would definitely be great barbecue beers as well. This one I think more than this one, because this one might be a little bit heavier, the warmer it gets, but it's still delicious.
I think that the barbecue would probably take over the flavor of this too much because it's just
it's
so
really
IPA would go a lot
better.
but
the IPA would be awesome with the barbecue. This I could see with like grilled chicken or something like that, or the
something
fish.
delicate.
It's making me hungry right now.
I know. Like you're talking about food to a fat kid now.
Well, Chris, thank you so much for coming on our show.
No problem. Thank you guys for having us, and I hope you guys enjoyed the beers, and I hope you guys try one of our beers out. They're very delicious.
Go out and definitely try some Harpoon if you haven't tried it yet. And go to Boston. It's fun. Take the tour.
And if they don't have it, feel free to ask for it because the more people that ask for it, the more business they get.
Exactly. If you have a local bar and you wish they carried it, let the manager know. And if enough people ask for it, they may start carrying it. So
thank you.
Cheers.
Thank you guys, and we'll see you next time. Cheers.
Cheers.
Cheers.